Cannot put us together on a show. Hey, people. It's Maddie. I'm half alive, but I am here. I have missed so many shows. No, I'm joking. I've missed 2 shows and 2 prediction shows. I missed y'all. I missed doing this. So thank you for everybody who has joined. If you've never seen the show before, please subscribe, hit that like button, drop me a comment. I am so happy to be back on, and I wasn't supposed to have a show today originally, so I didn't have a scheduled guest. However, it is so nice to have the other half of Top Rope Squishy with us, Mr. Top Rope Tone. Why don't you say hello to the people?
I'm supposed to be behind the camera. I'm supposed to be like the wizard. No one's supposed to see me right now. So you're blowing my cover. But what's up, my peoples? What's up, Anna and Courtney and everybody else in the room? I didn't see everybody's name yet because I'm on this side now, but what up, peoples? And the host is gone, so this is now my show. Let's get this started. Oh, she's back. Okay.
I'm sorry. I had to close the door a little bit. So people, this is a rare occasion. However, we're going to try this a little bit more. You're going to be seeing a little bit more of Mr. Top Rope Tone. So get used to it. Get used to it, people. But anyway, Fight for the Fallen was yesterday. We got to discuss this. This show's not going to be as long as my other shows because, people, I am still recovering. But for Fight for the Fallen, my overall score was a 7.
You know what? Honestly, maybe this is the wrong number to put, but I'm going to say 8. I actually liked it. Yeah.
And I mean, I liked it, but it wasn't my favorite. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. I mean, there's so many to choose from to be a favorite, but I just the show by itself, looking it over, it was solid.
Yeah.
Yes, Courtney with the 0, baby. Let's go.
Courtney with the 0.
Love it.
Courtney is currently not happy with AEW. I think that's fair. They have changed their product a lot since they started. And a lot of the things I think that they were doing initially, they don't really do like that anymore, with like different types of storylines and a whole bunch of surprising things that hasn't really been seen. So they've been changing things, and they've brought a lot of WWE people into AEW. So people might be feeling like they're watching a similar product or something like that. So that's a fair score. We don't judge here.
So, I mean, I definitely get that, where she's coming from, as far as like the 0, but just me personally. So the writing for me as of lately, no bueno at all.
No bueno.
But the wrestling is, it's not. I mean, you know what? You get the great matches from the people that you expect to have great matches. That kind of thing. But but the writing is a little cliche.
It's a little bit, yeah. Yeah, I mean, we've discussed it here, and we're just going to say it real quick. But, after Cody left, it seems like some of the stories have fallen.
See what you did there.
All right. It started with Mox versus Roosh. And the fight actually started before the bell. That match was pretty brutal. Mox was already bleeding, I think, like 2 minutes into the match. I mean, we all know he was going to bleed, but he was bleeding like 2 minutes into the match. He ended up winning. He submitted him with a bulldog choke. So Mox, of course, retained. But I think that the main part of this whole match was what happened after the match was over, when the Wizard himself showed up to challenge Moxley for a chance at the interim belt, where Moxley actually said, F that. This ain't no fucking interim belt. I am the AEW men's champion, which I thought is a
works for me.
because he had his whole championship run in an empty arena, and he actually had an amazing championship. It's a shame that wasn't done with people. But yeah, Jericho shows up. He wants to challenge Mox, and Mox accepts, but he says, okay, but you have to come as your persona, the Lionheart. So T, what did you think about this whole match? What did you think about Jericho?
So Moxley, I mean, like you said, I knew he was going to bleed. I'm actually not surprised. I'm waiting for the day Moxley comes out bleeding, because every time he bleeds a little faster. So I'm just waiting for him to come out the crowd when the music turns on. He's just coming out in a like full face of blood. Let's get it over with. We know what's going to happen. But Roosh actually he really impressed me. Like he's tough as nails. He held his own against Mox. I mean, it didn't look one-sided at all. It could have.
No.
I mean, of course, Mox is going to win, but it could have went either way. Like he did a great job. So, yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, he's a part of the faction. For anybody who doesn't know, Roosh is a part of the Ingobernables faction with Andrade. So Andrade el ídolo. But yeah, so Miss Anna says that she's kind of done with Jericho.
What?
A lot of people feel that way. A lot of people feel that way. Yes, Courtney, that was amazing. But the thing with me is that I've already seen this. The Moxley versus Jericho thing, and I think the reason why we're getting it is because, again, his championship ended up in front of an empty arena, and these are a lot of the things that they wanted to do with a crowd, and now they got a chance to do it. And Jericho is completely in shape, and so they're taking advantage.
It's in Canada too, right? Or is that some other match?
That's another, yeah. The Canada, so AEW is finally going to Canada. Although I was talking to some people on social media that are Canadian, and they were not very happy with the venue that was picked, because they're like, after all these years we've been asking for you guys to come to Canada, you're finally coming, and then you pick a venue that doesn't really fit a lot of people. They're saying it's kind of crappy, so that kind of sucks. But it's happening in October. After the Mox versus Roosh match, Anna Jay came out. Well, did Anna Jay come out for this one?
What?
No, Anna Jay came out.
She came out for the Sammy.
Yeah, for the Sammy thing. Sorry, my notes are in the wrong place. Excuse me, y'all. It's been a rough couple of weeks, and my brain is still catching up with me because brain fog. So yeah, Anna Jay has gone heel. But anyway, we'll talk about that later. The Fcw Championship. Now, this is one where we're going to spend a couple of minutes because, first of all, we had Ricky Stark versus Dan Hausen for the FTW.
I agree, Courtney. But yeah, continue. Wait, this way. Continue.
And So it was Starks versus Dan Hausen, which was like a 1-minute match. Starks decimated Dan Hausen and beat him. And then he decided to issue another open challenge right then and there that he said he was going to answer live. Me and Tony looked at each other. We were like, this Hook. And Hook, sure enough, came out. And when Hook came out, we already knew, he's getting it, because that championship belonged to his daddy. So, I love Hook. And I love Starks. So I wish the match would have been 5 minutes longer, because it was just that good. That little bit that we got of Starks versus Hook was that good. And of course, Hook won. What did you think of the match before we get to what happened after?
So, I mean, again, it's going to be against like popular opinion, but
go ahead.
What is the deal with Dan Hausen? Like, that was a waste of time. Like, I much rather them had just Hook come out. Yeah, see? Big sis, no. So I would have much rather have just Hook come out and, and they have a nice lengthy match from there. Like, Dan Hausen is a complete waste of time. He pushes merch. I get it. He has one fisherman suplex move. That's nice. But I don't get it. I mean, maybe there's some other matches with him that I haven't seen. I'm not a fan, so I don't know. But yeah, Like, ask Courtney would get him off my screen.
Why is he on my screen?
Exactly. But yeah, the match was good. Ricky Starks really just he gets wrestling. Yes, and Hook. so Ricky Starks, he gets wrestling, man. And the way that he actually, like he said, he built the belt, he built that belt up. Hook comes and take it, and now the belt actually means something. And even in the match, like he was really giving it to Hook, like he was allowing Hook to shine. And it was just a great match to me. Hook is crispy for a rookie. Amazing match.
Yeah, I've been a fan of Hook since Hook came out, but I've been the same way from about Starks since Starks debuted in AEW. As y'all already might know, if you don't know, I hadn't watched wrestling in a very long time, years, almost a decade. And when I finally got back into it, it was straight into AEW. So I had not seen Ricky Starks anywhere prior to his match with Cody Rhodes for the TNT belts when it was an open challenge, when Cody was still with the company. So now Hook is the champion of the FTW belt, but
Courtney's influence.
Courtney's influence. Courtney's influence. So yes, so now Hook is the FTW champion. The belt actually means something now, because this is what we were all saying. Gotta make it mean something. We were thinking about tournaments and everything, but no. It took one person to give that belt meaning, and that just goes to show the type of skill level that Ricky Starks really has as an all well-rounded performer, entertainer, wrestler. He can drop the most amazing promos. His vignettes are ridiculously good. He dropped the vignette yesterday. It was amazing. His wrestling is so fucking great and entertaining. He is so in tune with the crowd. I mean, you have to love this guy. He gets a heel pop and a baby face pop in one match. How?
Yep.
That is Ricky Starks.
He's really leaning into his character now, and
yes,
like he has the character solid, and you can tell because he's really leaning into it. So I just think if he's not put to the back of Tony Khan's toy box, he's gonna really shine this year and like a little bit of next year. But yeah, it depends. It really depends on what happens with him, how much TV time he gets.
I really believe that Ricky Starks deserves a chance to actually win the TNT belt. He took a belt like the FTW belt that had no clout, nobody gave a shit about, nobody wanted to see or hear about, and actually people were into what he was doing with it. That's taking a belt that means shit and turning into something that means something.
Whoa, wait. Let's not just destroy that belt, because that belt has some history.
Not killing the history, talking current times at AEW. Ain't nobody care about the FTW belt.
That's true. Yeah.
Okay. All respect to Taz and what he did with the belt in his time. But until that belt landed on Ricky's shoulders, it meant nada. Okay. Now that promo he dropped where he said, he actually said this. He took a belt that nobody was interested in and nobody wanted anything to do with it. And he made people want to see matches with it. He made it relevant again. And Hook took it. He has actually trained Hook. So this was like a roundabout circle thing. But the problem is that HOBBS,
Kyle G, what's good?
What's up, Kyle? That HOBBS betrayed Starks. And I was like, why the fuck did this just happen? Like, they were legit on their way to becoming probably my favorite tag team.
Yeah,
and
I like them together. Yeah.
Never saw that coming.
So yeah, when he threw that shot to Ricky, like that's one time I actually didn't see that coming at all. Like, I usually can call a wrestling match from beginning to end, even like the weird stuff that's going to happen in between. But that one I didn't see coming. And what I think is that it's time for Hobbs to shine because he's been there for a while, and you never heard one complaint from him at all. Nothing. He played his role. So it's probably time for Hobbs to shine. Like Ricky elevated Hook, and maybe the matches that's going to be going on between Hobbs and Ricky will elevate Hobbs because it's time.
Yeah, I mean, Hobbs has only grown, and fortunately, when Keith Lee and Swerve became a team, it gave Ricky Starks and Hobbs a good little feud. And of course, Hobbs has shined. Like his move set is getting bigger and better. He got stronger. He was working out. He built his muscles up. Like he's real serious. So I think Rip Team Taz, another faction bites the dust.
Yeah. As soon as you saw Hook, you kind of knew that was it.
So I think everybody's going to go their own way. Hook's going to remain with Taz, obviously. But what's going to happen to Starks now? He is, I think, a face now because heel Hobbs attacked him.
There we go. Yeah.
The crowd booed Hobbs, cheered Starks. He has turned.
Yeah.
Starks is a face. Team Taz is over. Where they go from now, that's up to Tony Khan and creative. And quite frankly, I would hate to see Starks and Hobbs buried. So, Mr. Tony Khan, if you are listening, please do something with those two because that talent should not be wasted at all. Which brings us to the next match, which is Dante Martin, who came out with Tony's favorite Sky Blue, versus Sammy Guevara, who came out with Ty Conti.
Why are you starting it? See,
your wife. I'm not starting shit. I don't know what you're talking about. This is where the comment that Anna Jay has gone heel should have been. So Dante Martin versus Sammy. Amazing. Like it was an awesome match. They were going toe to toe. They were going head to head. Both of them have high flying styles, and clearly because Sammy is a heel, with Ty's interference, he beat Dante Martin. But then after that, they were all inside the ring. That's Dante was on the floor, Sammy was in the ring, Sky Blue came in the ring, and Ty was in there too. And Ty attacked Sky and put the beats on her, and then together they beat on Dante. And then Anna Jay showed up, and turns out that Anna Jay is heel. Okay, now I know why Anna Jay was in the beginning, because she is with the Jericho Appreciation Society now. And when Jericho came to challenge Moxley for the belt, she came out with Jericho.
Yep. Because it's sports entertainment.
I can't say so Courtney.
Oh, don't start me up, man.
Says Sky Blue can't wrestle or manage. Sorry, Tony. When I said that Sky Blue is Tone's favorite wrestler, that should have been like this. I'm kidding. It's a joke. It's 100% a joke. That is not his favorite wrestler. We have met Sky. I think she's so sweet. I've actually interviewed her a couple of times on the We Love Wrestling podcast. She's so cool. She is really cool, really nice person. But we cannot deny that she is still very green, and she needs to work on it. So we'll leave it at that, because Tone will have so much to say, and we don't want to encourage Courtney.
That's right, Court.
What up, Lou? Lou said it, but I can't say it.
There you go. Entertainment.
Entertainment.
There you go. Close enough. All right. Okay. Take a sip.
The vid had me. I can't. Got ready.
Lysol.
Oh my God. Anyway, let's move on, y'all.
Okay. Where we going?
Wait, real quick. After Sky was being attacked by, and Dante being attacked by Sammy and Ty and Anna Jay, then Kingston, Ortiz, and Ruby Noho showed up to help Dante and Sky. I'm not feeling Ruby Noho as part of that little group.
Yeah.
I just don't, because I feel like Ortiz and Eddie Kingston are very street, very brutal, and she doesn't fit. That's just me. You don't.
So the thing with Ruby, so if we're talking about like the street and like brutal type thing,
yeah.
So like Ruby Soho is like a punk character, so
right.
It can kind of work because both kind of is like a rough edge kind of thing. But besides that, Ortiz, that's not Ortiz. That's a clone. That's a clone. Because if you look at Ortiz, like, what was it, like 2 years ago or so, maybe?
Yeah,
3?
just about right before the pandemic.
Like, put up 2 pictures of him like next to each other. It's a complete clone. But nah, shout outs to him because, I mean, he getting a shave. He's looking good. He's probably feeling good right now. So
he
is. You gotta give him his props for that. But Anna, who was that? Anna J? That's what we're talking about.
Ruby Soho.
Oh, Ruby Soho. Ruby Soho, I'm kind of on a wait and see with her as far as her being part of the team. Her wrestling is not the greatest to me. It's not my style. But she might be able to fit for the team. So I'm taking a wait and see approach with her because he's actually decent on a mic. So it might be all right. It might work.
The mic is decent. She has her character, which I'm not a fan of that character, but she has one. But it's her in-ring wrestling that gets me, and that's a problem for me. You lose me. You lose me if you can't wrestle. You lose me. I go even after people that I really like. I'll say things like they need a new, set. They need a new wrestling set. It's old. They stop recycling these moves so many times. All that stuff. Lou likes Ruby Noho, Abaddon, right? You like Abaddon, Lou?
Let's go, Lou.
You
Get
like
those
them
digits.
weird, you like them weird girls. Like them weird girls. But anyway, that led to a Jungle Boy, or as my husband has been calling him for months now, Jungle Man promo.
That was after he got Anna J.
Right. After he got Anna J, he ended up.
He was no longer Jungle Boy. He was Jungle Man. Jungle
Man. And then he got crescendoed. Once he crescendoed someone, I think it was Matt Jackson, his betrayal has just, now he's in the bar drinking. Like, that's how much of a man he became. His promo was an oh shit promo.
Yeah. A lot of shock value.
Ooh, he threw some shots. Shots fired. Because Christian Cage threw some low blow shots on his last promo. Absolutely. So he's like, the only reason why you here wrestling is because you need the money because your wife took everything when she divorced you. Like, he killed him. He killed him really, really good. However, I believe that Christian Cage put some doubt in Luchasaurus's head because he told Luchasaurus, with Jungle Man, you're only ever going to be like his backup. Like, you're never going to be in the light. And when Jungle Boy Man was stepping out of the ring, Luchasaurus hesitated just a little. So I don't know if you guys caught that, but that happens. And so this is going to be a thing, Christian Cage versus Jungle Man.
That's going to go on. It's going to go on for a while. To me, it's almost like a soap opera. So I like what they're doing with it, like the intensity of it, but the speech is going a little too long for me, and it's more like a soap opera. I'm just waiting for like all my children to come down on the screen or something like that, So I'm okay with it. I get it, but it's enough because MJF just had that whole long speech roll for a minute, so like let's let it cool off. Let's get some more wrestling going on.
Yep.
Yeah, that's how I feel about it.
I mean, I really do believe they're getting a little bit too long with the promos. So I think you need to cut the promos down by a minute or two and give us an extra women's match. So 2 women's matches. You know, the women's matches are only like 5 minutes long. So you could do that. You could do that. Anyway, trios belts have been announced. So really quickly, finally, good job AEW finally bringing those out now that fucking Santana is injured and Eddie Kingston, Ortiz, and Santana can no longer be in the fucking running. But whatever.
Would you want to see them as a trio?
Yes, I did actually, and we spoke about that on some of my past shows. Yes, I did. I ain't mad.
I like this, like the Santana and Ortiz. Amazing. Santana, Ortiz, Eddie as a trio. I'm good because I like Eddie, but I can't watch him like multiple nights and just slap chopping everybody. Like he's great, great on the mic. He has enough moves to keep you entertained, but not every night, not multiple nights. To me, but so much slapping you can do.
But then you ain't gonna have to worry about that. The trios belts were announced by Brandon Cutler to Matt and Nick Jackson, which leads me to believe that even though it should be Death Triangle or House of Black possibly getting the trios belts, it's or Andrade's faction, which now has 3 people, I believe, in AEW. It's going to be more than likely some members of the Undisputed Elite. It might be Matt and Nick Jackson with a Kenny Omega or with maybe Hangman Adam Page returns. That happened. Conversation happened almost. So when Brandon Cutler said, oh, the trios belts, blah, 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 they ran into Hangman Adam Page. And it looked as though the Jackson, specifically Matt Jackson and Hangman, were going to have finally, after all this time, a heart-to-heart, but the soon-to-be extinct Dark Order.
Wow.
Look, Anna Jay left the Dark Order, joined the Jericho Bitch Association, and was not mentioning Dark Order once. Didn't even say, I dropped them, I left them, I used to be nothing. It was just like if she just debuted yesterday as a brand new wrestler and they announced her as Anna Jay from the Jericho Appreciation Society. What the fuck happened to this? You were just doing this on Rampage, I think, last week. Or what happened? So you just go from doing this to appreciating people? Like, what the hell? How did this happen? There was no, and this is one thing that I don't like about AEW. When they break up a story or whatever, a lot of the times they don't address what happened. Okay, we're not stupid. She left the Dark Order. Tell me why. Give me a reason why. She just jumped over. Like, it just happened.
Jericho is Mr. Steal Your Girl now.
Is Mr. Steal Your Girl?
Yep, exactly. See? So Jericho went over and was like, listen here, boo. It ain't working for you over here. You know what I'm saying? Jungle Man ain't even talking about you or nothing like that. Come over to the Jericho Appreciation Society and be appreciated.
Okay, maybe so, but they should have done that. Jungle Man even went like this to Christian Cage's ex.
Yep.
That means he ain't with Anna Jay no more? What's going on? I know this is, but AEW tends to keep it along the lines of who you're with is who you're with. For real? Whatever. I don't know. I guess we will see. They're going to start doing the, the tournament to eventually give us the trios belt, which is probably going to debut at All Out. Or they did announce it. It is going to be at All Out if I'm not mistaken. Anyway, Tony Nese and Mark Sterling took on Swerve Strickland in what was a handicap match, and of course Swerve beat them, but he fucked up Mark Sterling and pinned Mark Sterling. He destroyed him. But and I love Swerve Strickland. I think it's great that him and Keith Lee are tag champions. They're keeping them very relevant, unlike what happens to some of the champions once they become champions. specifically the AEW Women's Champion and the TNT Champion. They seem to go under the radar once they win their belts. I don't understand why. You build them up, you build them up, you build them up. They make it, boom, where they at? Now they got the belt and you don't see them anymore. So that's kind of strange. But I'm happy they're keeping Swerve and Keith Lee relevant. But in the back, after Swerve's match, they showed that Ring of Honor's Josh Woods was standing over an unconscious Keith Lee. How the fuck did you knock out Keith Lee? Would you hit him with a building? Like, how did you knock him out? That's a big fucking dude. And Josh Woods is not that big. So he must have, I mean, I don't know. But it almost seems to point to that Josh Woods is joining Mark Sterling and Tony Nese.
Yeah. So I think that was one of the best ways to actually promote Josh Woods, because Keith Lee's character was built so like he was almost immortal, basically. And now you see like Josh Woods standing over him, not talking, not nothing, and Keith Lee's just gone out of there. So I think that was one of like the best ways you can promote that guy, because nothing had to be said. You just understood.
That actually makes sense, because I think that if you want to establish somebody as somebody to not be fucked with, you make them beat on one of the biggest, and I don't mean like biggest, but like the biggest names or the most brutal, one of the brutalest people that is unbeatable, like you said, that he's limitless kind of situation. Yeah. And then it shows that this guy is not someone to mess with, so I think you're right. It's a great way to debut somebody, Now I need to see what he could do in the ring, or I'm not interested, because that's just how I am. And then we had a House of Black promo. Black called out Miro, but not to say I want to fuck you up, let's fight. He called out Miro so that Miro can join House of Black. You
tell him, Squishy. You tell him.
He's talking about God, the devil is the same. Motherfucker, no, it ain't. I was saying that like,
all the church folk, they were just like, they just came out with the oil and everything. They just splashing the screen.
He's like, you pray to the God and I pray to the devil. They're both, something like that, where they're both the same.
Yeah.
I was like, oh no. I was like, yes. But it's an interesting angle. I personally do not want to see Miro join House of Black, because he's gonna get lost in the shuffle.
It's unnecessary. He's too big of a character.
Miro don't need a nobody right now. He don't need nobody. Miro is running his show by himself. He does not need to be part of this faction. I want him to turn House of Black down in the most brutalist way, and him and Malachi Black to have a nice little feud. Malachi Black finally grew on me. I don't know if y'all saw that. I never really spoke about it. When he first came out, I was not feeling him. And I think, Lou, you were one of the people that was saying give him a chance. Kyle too. And the guys from the Four Corners of Commentary were telling me give him a chance. You're gonna see. I think y'all was right. I do like him a lot. His character, his in-ring, he has totally impressed me. I love House of Black, even though they scared the bejesus out of me. You seen their tattoos? These guys practice what they preach. Anyway.
Wait. Before we go, let me ask this. Okay. What the heck? What the hell is up with Brody King fighting Darby, like going against Darby? Like, really, Darby?
Yeah. So that was my next point. That Brody King then challenged Darby Allin to surprise. What's it gonna be, Tony?
A coffin match. But see, all right. So this is the thing. I don't mind them having the match and stuff like that. That's cool. But he was talking like he's going to be after Darby for like the rest of his life, kind of thing. And I'm just like, there's no way I want to see a 300-pound man
beating on a 60-pound man.
Yeah, throw Darby around every single day. You're gonna be like, look, somebody got to call the cops. Like, this guy gonna die.
This is child abuse,
man. Yeah, child abuse.
He's been fucking him up everywhere he sees him. Brody King is the epitome, the definition of a fucking bully.
Yeah, definitely.
Leave that child alone. Leave Darby the kid alone. That poor boy. He's like 1/10 your size, Brody King. The fuck you doing?
Just all day, just putting the beats on Darby, man. And you know
All
what?
day.
I give it up to Darby because, like, you can tell he's definitely part of that, like, skateboard culture.
Yes.
Because, I mean, he can take a hit, man. Like, he just gets right back up.
Yes.
So, yeah. Again, somebody else who's tough as nails.
Yes. He's tough as nails. He gets my props for that. And yes, Kyle. He fucked them up in Comic
On site.
On site. That's really on site. That's really. We're not gonna get back to what happened. Back to the Proud and Powerful on site shit, but that's true on site. And Kyle, I saw somewhere on YouTube, on Twitter that Darby said he wants to retire from wrestling by the age of 30. So he don't got much to go.
I mean, just real quick, just seeing what he's doing, he's probably ready to pursue that skateboard career.
Shut the fuck up. Lou, are you serious? I gotta look this up. Brody King got a legit tattoo of a gravestone that says Rip Darby Allin. Fuck out of here. I wouldn't want a tattoo that says Rip my name on his body. He has demons on his body. It says Diablo. Oh, Buddy Matthews, I have no idea where he is. Have not seen him. He hasn't dropped any promos.
Is he injured or something?
I don't know. He better not be, or they ain't getting that trios belt. The next match. By the way, I do enjoy House of Black.
Yeah, they're great.
I look forward to House of Black matches. I tell you people, when I'm not into something, I will tell you I do not care for them. Like Julia Hart.
Oh, don't you stop.
Sorry.
Leave that girl alone.
What I would like to see, excuse me, what I would like to see is once Jamie Hayter and Britt Baker are done feuding with Toni Storm and Thunderstorm, they need to take Jamie Hayter out of there and put her ass in House of Black or in the Blackpool Combat Club.
Nah, she gotta be in Blackpool, man.
We'll put her in the Blackpool Combat Club and then find a different woman to join House of Black. Because Jamie Hayter was like left field. Ain't working for me, Blondie. Ain't working. Anyway.
I think you got the name wrong. You said Jamie Hayter?
Julia Hart.
There you go.
I love Jamie Hayter. I love me some Jamie Hayter. Yeah, Julia Hart. You know, no offense. She was like a cheerleading champion and all this stuff, but it looks like that's what you're doing when you're wrestling. You look like you're cheerleading. And sometimes she'll do some moves. I'm like, okay.
Going in.
She impressed me a little bit. But you know, you want to know why I have this thing where I didn't throw my pen, Courtney. It fell out of my hand. That's why I got a different color pen.
I want to know. Please tell me why. Please.
The reason why, and it's not what you think, because you think I'm going to say something like Thunder. It's not. Jade Cargill has set the bar so fucking high for green talent that if you have more than a year wrestling and you look like Julia Hart, I don't have no time for you. Okay? Jade was out for 1 year. And every time she comes out, she looks better. She don't look green like that no more. Have y'all noticed? Her promos, her in-ring, she's putting in the work. And when you put the fucking work in, it shows. So I don't care if you do it for 1 hour a day. You got to fucking dedicate yourself to this shit, or it's going to show that you're not doing anything.
Preach on, Sister Squishy.
Oh.
Preach on. Preach on.
Mic drop. Listen, Jade Cargill.
Let the church say amen up in here.
Okay. There,
Let's go.
Listen, that woman has set a standard for new wrestlers. She's never
Let's
wrestled
go,
in
Kyle.
the Indies. She's never wrestled in WWE. She's never wrestled in Mission Pro Wrestling. Like, her first fucking match was in AEW. Look at her when she debuted, and look at her today.
Let's
6
go.
fucking months as a TBS champion. Look at her. Like, I'm
Right.
not even trying.
We're my church fan. Go ahead. Tell me about it.
I ain't trying to kiss the ass, and I ain't doing none of that shit. But you have to give the props where they're due. And this woman has set the bar so high. And you got women out there that have 2, 3, 4, 5, 16 years, the bunny, and they come out.
Talk about it.
And Jade turns them. Jade makes them look like they just started training in school. Give me a break. Y'all need to retire if y'all can't come like that.
Let's go.
Anyway, moving on to the women's match. My back hurts, y'all. Moving on to the
Let's go.
Y'all know I don't talk shit. I back up for every reason. Every time I tell you I don't like somebody, I give you a real reason for it. All right. So we're going over. I thought this was going to be a short show. When we get talking, this is what happens. The AEW Women's Championship belt this was a part 2, not the belt, but the match, because Thunder Rosa went up against Miyu Yamashita, and the first round was in Japan, and Thunder Rosa lost in a roll-up pin. But last night, Thunder got Miyu with a Fire Thunder driver pin. So, yeah. This was a really good match. There was one part that was a little weird, something that happened on the apron, and I had no idea what they were trying to do. It didn't come out really clean, but besides that, the rest of the match to me was really, really good. AEW champ is still the champ. Thunder Rosa, La Mera Mera, #1, as you all know. Tony.
Yeah, I actually thought that was a very good match. Well, to me, it's like anybody you bring from Japan, like they always bring it 100%. Like, you got to step your game up if you're going to wrestle one of them. And to me, that was just a great match. Yeah. I mean, you had pickup moves. Like you said, there was like 1 or 2 moves that was messed up, but overall, amazing match. Inside, outside the ring. Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, it was a great match. I'm sure we'll probably see a little bit more of Miyu before she heads back to Japan.
Yeah.
And Excalibur stated after this match was over, nothing to do with the match, but that the Undisputed Elite will be back next week, which means Adam Cole, baby, is back. Which leads us to the main event. Real quick, because we're a little over. Bryan Danielson versus Daniel Garcia. Shocking. Daniel Garcia got the win. Dirty, because Hager with the hidden assist. He was under the ring, and then he low blowed or did something to, I don't remember how he hit him. He grabbed his leg.
Yeah, grabbed his leg. Yeah, from under the apron.
Yes. So that is how Daniel Garcia won. However, Daniel Garcia getting a win over Bryan Danielson, the American Dragon, the one that most people say is the best wrestler in the world. That's not what I say. I don't believe that. I think he's excellent. I think he is one of the top wrestlers, the best, not to me. But to get a win over him, especially this young, I think it's probably the biggest win of his career at this point. And it goes to show that when Jericho wants to elevate somebody, they get elevated.
It gets done. Yeah.
So,
But that was an excellent match. I think those two really match up well together. When you match up Garcia with someone who's also a technical wrestler, I mean, you just gotta expect to see a great match because, again, like I like characters who are real tough and like durable, and
mhm.
Daniel Garcia is showing that. Like he's taking some big brutal hits, he's taking some falls, and he just gets right back up and keeps going. Of course, what is it? Daniel?
Daniel Garcia,
No,
Brian Danielson.
it's just the first names. It's just like,
Y'all be
yeah.
killing me because this
But
was,
anyway,
yeah.
yeah. So him, like American Dragon, he's an amazing wrestler, and it's hard to keep up with him. I've seen other people fight with him, and just the way he slips into his moves, it's very hard to keep up with him to make it keep looking real. And Garcia kept up with him. It was beautiful. So great match.
It was a great match. It was a great finisher. It was the main event. Thank you, Lou, for sending me Brody King's tattoo. It's real.
Oh, nice. It just, yeah, here lies Darby Allin. Yep.
I think that the dedication that Brody King has to his craft is ridiculous.
Mm-hmm. And it's also
So,
great because being an artist with a tattoo like that, you can pretty much like go over it and make it look like something else. So
true.
yeah,
And his whole body's tatted up. So covering
yeah,
it is, he'll probably change Darby Allin. I think that's why they did the letters so stick figured like,
mm-hmm.
because it could be easy to change.
Yeah.
But that's still dedication.
But
Like
still,
that's,
it's on your skin. So I mean, it's there.
it's permanent.
Uh-huh.
Guess what time it is?
All right, end of the show, guys. It was great.
It's the hot seat. You ain't going nowhere. You ain't gonna escape the hot seat. You're not escaping the hot seat. People, we have arrived at the hot seat. And T, you've seen me do this already. You already know how this goes. You get 5 questions plus a bonus. And they kind of start off relatively easy.
You know it's dangerous to ask me questions.
Well, it is what it is. Anna says it's the hot seat, mister. So you can't go.
Gotta do it now.
I know where now you gotta do
Big
it.
Sis has spoken.
Let me take a sip of water because this throat is a little sore. Sorry. It's hard to talk when your throat feels this way. Anyway.
Quarantine.
So sick of quarantining. Anyway, here we go. Would you rather
No.
receive a penny every time you take a step or receive $10 every time someone accidentally bumps into you?
Okay, so it's definitely going to be the penny one because I walk a lot.
I knew it.
And on top of that, like I don't get bumped too much. I'm a pretty big guy. So I mean, if anyone bumps into me, I'm pretty much bumping into them. So yeah, I'll stick with the penny one.
That's a good one. And I actually knew you were going to answer that. A penny.
See,
Courtney.
let's go, Court.
Penny, a penny. Courtney, goddamn. Courtney, I am staying hydrated. Thank you. Yeah, I am staying hydrated. All right. Would you rather smell like rotten eggs when you burp or have a green cloud of dust surround you every time you fart?
That's a good one. You know what? Wow.
If you burp, you smell like rotten eggs coming out of your mouth.
Out of your mouth.
If you fart, everybody can tell because there's a green nasty cloud around you.
You know what? I'm taking the fart because whenever I get tired of having people around me, I just,
you can just
poof,
fart.
Gone. It was me. Keep it walking. I am done conversating. It works. I'm going with the fart.
Oh, snap. Courtney and Anna picked the burp.
I can't have my mouth stinking. I just
Me either.
yeah.
I went with the farts too. I'm like, you know what? farts are supposed to stink and be nasty, but really shouldn't be smelling like rotten eggs coming out of your mouth. But anyway.
Wait. Quick, can I get throw a quick story in?
Yeah.
Okay. There was one time. Let's go, Kyle. So there's one time I was at the bus stop. This guy was asking another guy past me for directions, and he had the worst halitosis I ever smelled in my life. I mean, literally my stomach going like this. Okay. So I'm not having a stinky mouth. Nah, that's just
halitosis.
Yeah.
Halitosis is the worst. Halitosis is the worst. Anna said people don't burp all the time. And Kyle said, I don't give a damn. Stay the hell away from me.
Let's go. See? All right, let's go. What's the next question?
Would you rather feel like your nips are constantly being pinched or never be able to get rid of an itch on your back?
I'm taking the back. I'm taking the back.
That's not fair.
Why?
Because you have partial numbness. So that's not fair.
You asked. So yeah.
I forgot who I was asking.
I'm taking the back. I'm good. I don't even feel
I mean, but if you a kinky type of person, you might want to have your nips feeling like they pinched all day. I don't know. That's on you.
Don't nobody want their nips hurting all day. Imagine you try to put a shirt on. That thing slide down your nips and you just like, no. Then water hits it when you take a shower. Now you're crying in the shower. No, I'm good.
Or you're like, ooh.
No. All right, so if you're like, ooh, you're at an interview, and then your shirt rubs against your nips, and you're like, hey, I want to work here. Oh. You're getting fired. You're out of there. You're not winning the interview. You out. I'm taking the itchy back. I'm good.
All right. Itchy back then. Itchy back it is. Here you go, number 5.
Number 5.
Would you rather lose your sex organ or gain
whatever,
200 pounds for the rest of your life?
200 pounds for the rest of my life.
So you will be a 400-pound man who has his penis.
Yep. I just throw the stomach on top of the back. Bam. We good to go. We good.
I kind of knew that was your answer.
That would be almost any man's answer.
I know you told me once, kill me if it stops working. So Courtney pleads the 5th on that one. I would rather gain the 200 pounds. Sorry. Here's your bonus question, the last question, and our outro question.
Hey.
Would you rather be able to read the minds of animals or the minds of humans?
Humans. Like, why do I care what animals think? I already know what they're thinking. Please don't eat me. Please don't eat me. Please don't eat me. Right? I'm going with humans.
Oh my God. I thought you were going to say animals. And you know why? I dropped another pen. Because it's so like, I think it would be something crazy to finally know what these fucking animals think. I can tell what a human is thinking. They're complaining about something or wishing they had money. It's all.
If you knew, imagine how your life would be if you knew what people were thinking. Like,
you wouldn't have an imagination because you know everything. There'd be nothing.
No, you know what they're thinking. And if you know what they're thinking, then you can use that.
I guess so. I would pick animals. But that is the end of the show, people. Thank you for sitting through the show with us, everybody that joined. I appreciate y'all. Kyle, I agree. Humans are horrible. I prefer animals too. But anyway, that was our show. So happy to be back. I'm so happy to be back after a few weeks, and it was great to do the show with you, Mr. Top Rope Tone.
I
So
mean,
thank you for joining.
It's me, you
And
know what I'm saying? No, okay.
thank you guys. You'll be seeing a lot more of Top Rope Tone, so I hope you like this dynamic, because we will be having guests and we will be double teaming them like this with the books and the questions. It's gonna be fun, y'all. Make sure y'all stay tuned to our next show. Have a great day, a great night, a great weekend. Stay safe, y'all. Wear your masks, because obviously COVID is still fucking here. Okay. Anyway, as always, love, peace, and wrestling, y'all.
Later,
Until
my
next
peoples.
time, peace out. Don't forget to subscribe.